So this is a shell casing. There's recreational shooting out here. Our jugs have been shot by bullets just like this, and shotgun shells. And we know this because we have the shells actually around the jugs, holes going in and out of the jugs.
That's liquor from our coca.
Bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Yes, it's worse because of the sabotage that we've experienced, the increase in the gutting of jugs with knives and the shooting of jugs with buckshot, with all kinds of firearms, the shells around our jugs and the water all poured out, also smashed jugs that have been smashed and stuffed into bushes. That is something that is, at least this increase is new. It's always been happening, but at a more frequent rate. We're talking water that's way out there. We're not talking about water that's right next to where people usually shoot recreationally. There are certain areas where people set up target practice. This is far beyond that. So I'm only deducing here, but that's what I deduce.
And a lot of this is people with bad intentions, people with hate, which is not the majority of the people, which is not the majority of the Border Patrol, but all it takes is one.
Okay.
Pretty amazing.
We gotta say no. We gotta say no to hate. I blame it all to Donald Trump, because hate words lead to hate actions.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
And we need help. We need help with putting water out in the desert, because that water bottle you're gonna put out there today, it could save somebody's life. When we say we're dying of thirst, it's just an expression.
And then just, you can get injured in so many different ways because the terrain's so hostile.
It's a wonder anybody gets here.
If somebody comes across these jugs and they're in the most desperate need, imagine the tears, the euphoria, the happiest moment of their life. They're never, ever, ever gonna forget that. Ever. For the rest of their lives. And guess what? Their families aren't ever gonna forget it ever.
That's a good spot.
Yeah?
I think so.
Thought so too. It was like over there and I was like, eh. It could be better over there.
I think that's a better spot. You're absolutely right.
All right.
Good work.
Did that. You gave somebody the greatest happiness they will ever experience. And that is one of the most profound things you could ever do. So when I come out here, I believe I'm doing the most profound thing that I could ever possibly do. How can you top that? So y'all did that. Okay? And I thank you.
Dos, tres, ¡agua vida!
You get to a point without water where to cool your body, you stop sweating. You don't have enough water. To cool your body, your blood vessels burst underneath your skin to cool your body, and you cook to death. That's essentially what happens if you don't have enough water and you're out in the exposure of the sun, and that's it.
today this group left about 40 gallons of water for people who have probably been out walking, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles from on the other side of the border, and they come in the middle of the night, and they're tired and they're hungry and they're thirsty, and I guess what this group does is they make an oasis.